What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy out here with another comic review. So, I had to delve into this. I was curious because I've never, since I got into comics, really reading into it like 2 years ago, I've never once touched an action comic or a detective comics issue. But today I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. Let me check out Batman Detective Comics, the second annual. Primarily because it was written by Tomasi, who's been a favorite of mine on Superman and Super Sons. He's a G. And I gotta say, he is writing Batman well. This is all we asked for. Batman doing detective work and taking down some bad guys. This is something that you could put into the animated show back in the day when I watched as a kid and be like, yeah, man, this is a Batman show. This is a Batman comic. Tomasi is doing his thing, legitimately. So this is good. So it's called Unfinished Business. So we start off, we have a couple right here. They're about to be robbed, but then we see that this Reaper guy, I'm sorry. Yeah, we see that this Reaper guy right here kills him, shoots him down. This is a nice picture of our main villain right here. Travis Moore and Max Rain are the artists. Very good art. Really like it. So, he pretty much goes about killing all these guys. He says justice is served. Meanwhile, in Gotham City, Batman is tracking down a criminal, and he's like saying, I think this is Eraserhead. I don't know. That's a villain. Just tell me in the comments. But we see that this guy accidentally killed his ex-wife's boyfriend. He didn't mean to kill him, but Batman's like, I don't care. You killed someone, you pay. And we see, Eraserhead. So he kind of glues his hands to the ground. The cops come, and Jim is like, yeah, I'm just bringing out a couple of rookies, and you got any summer plans? And he said, nope, I'm gonna be here. And, Jim's like, yeah, okay. And then they do the usual thing. And we get a nice picture right here of Bruce Wayne just flying back to Wayne Manor. Then we get some nice banter with Alfred, not the pseudo-daddy relationship that we've seen in Tom King's run, but, more of a mentor, maybe a little bit of a father thing, but they have good banter. And you just say, why does the man even have a bed? Because he's not even in his bed. That's funny. Master Bruce, I have your breakfast and downloaded your international coffee. And I see, it's in my burning hand. You're the best. He's like, clearly. Did you download the international papers, Alfred? Even the Greek ones. Have you been practicing? And so he's been practicing his Greek. A good morning to you. I'm fine. Not bad, right? Sake. Without Batman Incorporated and all the agents we had abroad, I'd have had to keep my attention somewhat international in case something important pops up. Well, I just say, well, you could have done it firsthand if you hadn't canceled the Europe trip, Master Bruce. And then we just see Bruce is like, man, I don't want to go to no summit where a bunch of industrialists just pat their backs. I'd just be bored. And then we just see Alfred's like, that's Batman talking. Bruce Wayne needs to at least pretend he's contributing to the rise of the corporate hegemony. Ah, no rips, nor bloody holes. Very proud of you, sir. If you're happy, I'm happy. And then we just see... So that's great banter. Fantastic banter. And then, of course, we see that Bruce sees that this Reaper guy... he sees something in the news, and he's like, I'm going to need to get my black casebook. So we see that he's looking through the black casebook. It apparently deals with his most unusual and unexplainable adventures, as I recall, as did Dr. Hurt, which is somebody you'll have to read to. So we learn about the Reaper, whose name is Judson Capson. He was going around. He was basically the force in Gotham before Batman, but he was more of the Punisher-esque, where he was killing criminals and everything like that. The father, Judson Caspin, came with his daughter Rachel. Don't know whether it's like Rachel from the Nolan movies, but it's Rachel. Of course, they got into a good relationship, but he has a gun, and as you recall, I was still new to this life and prone to bad decisions, so it would seem that they fought, and Caspian died, and he's wondering that if he ever let Caspian die instead of saving him, as we see here. Rachel had grown distant, and they never saw each other again, and he believes Justin is dead. I was there, and Alfred's like saying we've both seen Resurrection. So you have to keep an open mind. And so it's like, okay, looks like we're going to Europe after all, because all of these killings have been taking place in Greece. And he's like, assume billionaire playboy mode, sir? Yeah, see, absolutely. There we go. Wonderful banter. This is like a comic. So we get to create. Of course, this chick is one of, the various number of women that Bruce Wayne be with, because Bruce Wayne be that baller, he be about that life, and that's what he does. And we got some good banter telling her to, like, slow down. I'm gonna lose my lunch. And she's like, yeah, whatever. I think they're talking about Harry and Meghan. Oh, I guess they're talking about the royal wedding. So he must have been there. He bailed, of course, because I'm Batman. I gotta do Batman things, and Batman things are more important than the royal wedding. So they make it to their place. She has some good stuff with Alfred, and then of course they get their bags packed. You know, um, Bruce Wayne is at that summit that he dislikes. This chick is like hitting him, playing with him with P, and then they keep having this good banter. We just see a fan. It's like this. It's like Bruce Wayne is such a big fan. It's like, here, $1,000 to sign him. To sign none of them. Deal? So he's like, here, man, I don't want to sign your. I don't want to sign your autographs, but here, let me pay you this money so you don't ask me. And this guy's like, yeah, I'll take that 1,000. It's like, you paid someone $1,000 to leave you alone. He's also got a great story about how rich Bruce Wayne is. Debatable. That I'm rich. Debatable how great that story is. Alfred, Ms. Service, pleasure to see you again. It's like, you can take him home now and ground for misbehaving. It's like, no nightcap? I still have work inside. Get your beauty rest and call me tomorrow. And then we just see Sophia's her name. So it's time to get down to business. So we see the Reaper gallivanting on the streets of Crete, Greece. Alfred is pretending to be drunk, singing in Greek, and these guys are getting ready to rob him. And then the Reaper comes. He's like, death is the only option for those who choose the darkness. So he's about to murk these dudes until Alfred screams a name, and he's like, what? And it's like, did you say Batman? Yes, he did. Batman comes in, ready to throw down. And this guy's like, how are you here? It's like, I could ask you the same question. So they go in, they throw down, and he's saying his mission has expended. Now any life is expendable in the cause of justice. And then he's about to kill this guy, but he's like, I have a daughter. And he kicks him out the way, manages to save him, but then he grabs this mask. And Alfred's like, meet back and Incorporated. So they go back to Pygros, Greece. Basically, they have their headquarters right here. Another little getaway from home with everything. He just comments on how you play a great drunken person. It's like, you would have made Richard Burton jealous. And Alfred's like, pfft. When Burton played drunk, he wasn't acting. So has the world's loneliest detective found? This banter is good. Batman is quippy. He's cool. He's doing his thing and everything like that. So anyway, he tracked down this Reaper guy to a bookstore, and he figures that no alarm. It's like, so so I owe you $10. So we see that there's this hidden room. He opens it up. He checks the place, and of course he's attacked by the Reaper. And then this guy's like, you've made the gravest of mistakes, Batman. I passed this prologue. My sentiments exactly. Your defeat is years in planning. So they engage in some combat, usual comic book hijinks. This is fantastic. Bam. Batman gives him that kick. So he's telling him, you aren't Caspian, so stop pretending. And then so he basically beats him up, takes off the mask, and it's like, I'm out of patience. Who are you, and where'd you get this costume? And then he's like saying, I'm the Reaper. It's like, and Justice is, and he's about to lay the smackdown on him. He was like, wait, no, you weren't supposed to find me here. I was just doing what I was told. Told by whom? Told by a dear old friend. So we see this guy. His name is Julian Caspian. He is the son of the previous Reaper who died, and of course Rachel's brother. And he's like, from the look of shock, I'm gathering they never mentioned for you. Story of my life, really. And he's like saying, when I left home, Rachel was a baby. I was still in my teens, not long after my mother was killed. It took him no time at all to forget me, a relic of a haunted past. It's like, my father tried in his own way to avenge my mother. I watched as he tried to build himself into something that would strike fear into those he felt had taken everything away from him. But I hadn't left out the disgust with his past. No, I left because I loved him. but knew he was a man satisfied too easily by half-masters. His satisfaction at punishing the guilty of Gotham City was too limited, both in scope and tactics. So, inspired by your own tactics, I took up his dream and broke the chains of geography. I have made the Reapers an unstoppable international implement of vengeance. So it looks like he's created an army of Reapers to basically enact Punisher-esque judgment. And he created something just for you. So we see another Reaper. This is the Reaper Prime. So, it's like, basically, he's like saying, Caspian, we don't have to. Bone, skin, steroids, AI software too, of course. So basically, this guy is a walking super soldier with no mind. All my human units are effective to a point, but my father's mission, done correctly, will require more than one person can give. For instance, was certainly able to play the part, and killing was obviously not an issue for him. Though it's unfortunate he wasn't bright enough to lead you away from one of our bases. Regardless, he'll make excellent raw material. So he's about to basically kill him. These are basically animated corpses, which is just like what they did in the Black Panther animated show a couple years ago. So Batman saves him. It's like Batman saves him. Of course, his suit's bulletproof, and he's like, "This is enough." And it's like, "Your father was a murderer, Caspian. You just like you and those animals you've trained. It's like too many monsters have made the mistake thinking they're untouchable. Rest assured, I'll find every single one of these hideouts and every creature working for you. And in the end, it's like, I will find you and I will beat you, just like I beat your father." And then we see that his stomach is bleeding. And then this guy's got some C4. And then it's like the Reaper always brings finality Batman. So they escape, they get out the way, they manage to jump out, and we see at the end that the whole place is blown up. And Alfred comes in, it's like, "I'm clear, saved the Reaper. To send local police, saved, long story. With one with a happy ending, I hope. I don't know yet." So that's the end of that. So this was a very solid issue of Detective Comics. Even though it was an annual, I really dug it. This was like reading Batman. It was fantastic. It was adventure. Bruce Wayne is doing detective work. He's trying to stop these people from doing it. He's not held back by any emotion. He's not feeling sorry for himself. He's going in and handling his business, trying to take down a copycat killer of somebody from his past, and he did a phenomenal job. I give this annual a solid 9 out of 10. This was great. I recommend that you guys get it if you can. So, once again, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I will discuss good comics and get your views on them. Once again, tell me what you think, and I hope to have more videos out when I can. Peace.